Here. Welcome. This is the lecture on free energy for Spaceship Earth. It is a lecture put on by the Unarius Educational Foundation. What is Unarius? Unarius is a spiritual school. And what does Unarius teach? Unarius teaches that all of us are energy beings, that we live in an infinite universe that is just filled with energy. That's all there really is energy. And that we are today what we have made of ourselves through many different lifetimes. So all those previous lifetimes that we have experienced and the things that we've gone through make up who we are today. And what we do today with the energy that we're given in this lifetime makes up our future. So if we are acting in a constructive and positive way today, we're going to be making for ourselves a much more positive and constructive future. And the problem is many times is that we are experiencing inhibitions and blocks that keep us from expressing our full potential and being in tune with our higher self. This is what Unarius teaches in a very tight nutshell there. So what the heck does that have to do with Tesla and free energy? Unarius has championed Nikola Tesla since its inception in 1954. Unarius recognizes that there are many beings who have come to this world who were very advanced souls, super beings if you want to call them that, who came to help move humanity forward. This is what Tesla's mission was to bring to this Earth planet, our Earth plane, a positive, progressive future. And so we talk about who Tesla was physically as a scientist, as a super scientist, also about who he is spiritually, because he was one of these advanced souls and is one of the advanced souls on the inner planes of life, heaven if you want to call them that. We call them the seven celestial planes. And his being, his consciousness, not only overshadowed Tesla, that consciousness overshadowed Da Vinci, overshadowed, what was it, Anaxagoras? I'm not sure.
Nicholas Copernicus?
Yes. So you can see, again, down through these ages, this soul, very advanced being, brought to our world these devices to help us progress. And yet, you know, as it was at the turn of the century when he began these experiments and began showing how we could use electricity, because he is the one that gave us alternating current, which is every time you turn on a light bulb in a hotel, in your room, in your apartment, in your house, you are proving Tesla correct, because you are using alternating current. But he also said that, which part of this demonstration is about, that delivering electricity through wires was an incredibly inefficient way of developing and distributing electricity or power. And what he wanted to do at the turn of the century was take the whole globe and turn it into a pulsating generator, so that anywhere on this world you would be able to stick you know, your receiver into the ground essentially and be able to draw from the central power tower that he developed and actually built, was not able to finish it. So why was he not able to finish it? What stopped it?
Westinghouse?
Who is the greatest financier of his day?
J.P. Morgan didn't have the same vision. He wasn't that spiritually attuned in his evolution yet. So he couldn't share that vision with Tesla.
So what ended up happening, Tesla needed about $1 million, he thought, to put together his power tower. And from his power tower, he foresaw that we'd be able to use it for electricity, we'd be able to use it for television, we'd be able to use it for radio, we'd be able to use it to power our airplanes and our cars with no pollution. And he built it in Wardenclyffe. I want to say, is that New Jersey or New York?
New York.
New York. And got it pretty much going, but he needed that final, he got 250 grand, he needed that final monies to perfect it and get it really working well. And when J.P. Morgan found out he was going to supply the whole world with free energy, it was gone. All his monies evaporated, and he wasn't able to complete it in that way.
How many people think that digging for more oil is going to be the best thing to supply our world with energy? You know, look at the Gulf Coast catastrophe, BP and how they managed that. It's all documented in history now, recent history. And here's a quote by Nikola Tesla himself. "Electric power is everywhere present in unlimited quantities and can drive the world's machinery without the need of coal, oil, gas, or other common fuels." So we in Unarius, we have a series of texts that go into how we could take the ideas of Tesla and take them to the next level where we can realize there's energy in higher dimensions above us. How many here believe there are other dimensions other than just the physical? There is the spiritual dimensions, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. This is what Einstein came to help introduce, is these higher dimensions. Now, Nikola Tesla planted the seeds for the future scientists to one day take up. He knew the present scientists didn't share his common vision, his attunement with his higher self, his or her higher self. So he knew that a lot of what he had to do was to plant the seeds for the future. And this is what Unarius is here to help water those seeds, because if you know what's coming in the future, you would teach your children, your grandsons, your grandchildren, your cousins. You would inform them of this great golden age that's coming about. And it is scientific in nature. This is a great spiritual understanding that is coming into our world. And we're at the very beginning of it. In the next lifetime, you yourselves will have a chance to move it forward. It takes individuals, it takes light bearers to move this new age forward. Because what's going to stop it? The negative forces.
Yeah.
Guess, and this world has plenty of negative forces to try to stop the ongoing positive progressive development. And they tried to stop Tesla. But he had such an attunement with his higher self, his superconsciousness, that he overcame that. And this is what Unarius is here to show everybody, how you yourselves have a higher self, a superconsciousness. And it's undeveloped compared to some of these cosmic visionaries like Buddha, Jesus, Da Vinci, Tesla. It's undeveloped compared to those people. But we are here to help illumine how we could develop that flame within each of us, that connection within the infinite, which we call God, infinite intelligence. So that's why Nikola Tesla downloaded from the higher spiritual worlds where his superconscious resides these wonderful inventions for the future. He could already see down the road that further dependence on oil was going to pollute our atmosphere. He almost begged J.P. Morgan to embrace a new understanding that further dependence on this oil and coal and other things like that is just going to pollute the atmosphere.